Hello, Sitecore User Group Hyderabad welcomes you to another virtual event today. Let me introduce myself. I am Punyavati Mottevi, the founder and the organizer of this user group. I was very passionate about contributing to the community and always believe in making the world a better place. So here we are to understand and explore Sitecore. In this session, we have Vishal Khera, who is going to speak on about the Sitecore Exam Cloud Essentials. Over to you, Vishal. Thank you.
Uh, I'm I'm Vishal. I'm Sitecore Technology MVP, and currently I'm working as a Sitecore technical lead. And along with that, like I'm certified in Sitecore 9, 10, and XM Cloud, and I have exposure on like various products of Sitecore. So today's session is about Sitecore XM Cloud Essentials, navigating the basics for beginners. So basically, like last year, XM Cloud has been launched by the Sitecore, and it's in trend in the market right now. And if you guys haven't started yet on XM Cloud, so this is the right time to start. So today, I will try to cover most of the things, basic things which everybody should know who is working with the Sitecore ecosystem. So let me start with this agenda. So what's the agenda for today's session is like we will learn about XM Cloud architecture, then about the security, like how the security will work with the cloud portal, then XM Cloud deploy app, then we have a site creation, how we can create a website. We will see all the things, how we can create a site on XM Cloud. Then how the component builder will work, like we can create some basic components in XM Cloud portal itself, then how we can create the pages, and in last we will see about analytics and personalization. So let's start with the first topic, that is XM Cloud architecture. So like what is XM Cloud? Basically, XM Cloud is a SaaS platform. SaaS platform means software as a service, right? So we need to use it as a service. That includes DevOps out of the box. DevOps out of the box means, we have a deploy app as well, which is coming with XM Cloud. So, which will help us to streamline the process of, whenever we are building any website. So it will be divided into two steps. One is development, then another is deployment. So now XM Cloud is coming along with the deploy app. So it will streamline the process of development and deployment both. And, previously, we were dependent on the DevOps team for CI/CD pipelines. Now we can use the DevOps deploy app itself for the deployments. And then, it offers a front-end capability service. So we can, create the components in a very easy way with the XM Cloud by using the front-end services. And, there are a lot of good features why we are using XM Cloud now. So, previously, as we know, like there were some issues with regards to the performance and all those things. When we were using, XP and traditional, there are a lot of issues sometimes we faced with the clients with respect to performance. Now, with XM Cloud, there are no issue with the performance. So, site will be, it will be based on the headless architecture only. So, by using the front end technology, the performance things will be improved in XM Cloud. And another will be like, easy to maintenance and management, So now it is a SaaS platform, we are using it as a service only. So it will be maintained by the Sitecore itself and managed by the Sitecore only. So there is, no need, no further upgrades, and nothing will be required with XM Cloud. And if there is any bug with the, portal itself, then Sitecore team will take care and patch that itself. So the development team don't need to worry about anything with regards to the any bug or any maintenance thing. Then another good feature is about multi-channel support. So we can create mobile apps or websites, anything by using the XM Cloud platform. And when we are creating the pages, there are a lot of we can check our page on multiple breakpoints itself, like how the page will look like, and we can manage the structure of the pages on different breakpoints. Then integrate seamlessly. So we can, now the world is moving towards the, composable thing. So we can integrate anything with the XM Cloud. So if we talk about any other composable product like CDP or Personalize or, Content Hub, so we can integrate anything easily with the XM Cloud. Now, if we talk about this architecture diagram of XM Cloud, So let's start from here. We have three things for experience authoring. So experience authoring means like we can create components in the component builder. Then we have a page designer in which we can add those components and design our pages. And we can create a sites as well. Okay, so these are the three authoring things which we can use in the XM Cloud portal itself. Then when we create a new project in XM Cloud, by default it will come along with three environments. One is production and two are non-prod environments like development or staging environment. And we have a deploy app, and our deploy app is linked to the GitHub. Whenever we create a new project, we need to link that project with the GitHub repository, and we can build our components and deploy them via the deploy app on XM Cloud. And after publishing, the sites will be served from the Experience Edge. Now there is no CD server anymore like with the XM Cloud. We are using the Experience Edge for the faster performance of the sites. Of sites will be served by Experience Edge only. So this is the architectural diagram of XM Cloud. And there are, some terminologies which you must aware about, like content management is instance. We have CM instance in XM Cloud, which is, used for creating, storing, and managing the site content, anything, layout, permissions, everything is in the CM instance. Then we have a deploy app for the deployments in which we can, manage the deployments. Experience Edge is a API-based service which is used now for serving our websites. There are no CD servers. Then we have a cloud portal. So, we have a lot of composable products, like I talk about CDP or other as well. So all these products are managed in a cloud portal, that is Sitecore Cloud Portal. That is a central hub for managing all the DXP products. So we will be able to see or access all these products through the cloud portal only. Then, if we have to start any XM Cloud project development through our local, then we need to, for code base, there is a starter template. We can simply clone that to the GitHub and we can use that. It will, provide us up to date, like updated assets, resources, and other components as well when we clone that to the GitHub. Then another thing will be site collection. So site collection is, as you know, as in SXA, we were using tenants and all. Now with headless thing, we are using the site collection. So tenant is a, old thing right now, what I can say, because now we are not using the tenants and those terminologies. We are using site collection instead of tenant. So how the structure of site will be created in content tree, if we talk about, there's a site collection folder. Under that, we can create a site collection, and under that we can group our sites in a folder. Like we can create a site folder, and under that we can create multiple site. So we can use, the site collection is very useful, as we know, like when we started with the SXA. So tenants are very helpful for us for creating a site as a shared site. So now we can use site collection if we have to, build multiple websites. So we can initially create a single site and build all the components in that site, and then make that site as a shared site on the collection level. So other sites will be able to use all the resources of that site in which we have created the components, page design, patch design, all these things will be shared across other sites as well. So it's about architecture of XM Cloud, how we can create a site, and few basic terminologies which will be used. Then we have a security. So as I mentioned, like all these composable products are accessible through the this cloud portal. So now there must be some security, right, which is required to provide the access and use those composable products. So we have a roles like XM Cloud roles on that portal itself. So organization, user, admin, and owner. We have three type of roles. So user is a lower level of role, I can say. User, we are providing to a specific users, like who has to use only particular app. Like if if you have a site which is built on XM Cloud, so if you have to provide access to the content authors, we will provide access to a specific app only, like the XM Cloud itself. Like if we are using CDP, other composable products as well, but we know authors don't need to access the CDP, so we can provide a specific app access to the users. For that, we are using the organization user role. Then we have admin. So admin is basically having access of all the applications which are there in the portal. Plus they have a privilege, like they can invite other team members as well if they want to, give any access to other team member. They have that capability as well, they can do that. Then we have owner. Owner is basically, who has access to manage admins and users both. Plus, owner is able to, manage other owners as well. Like if we have access to the cloud portal and there are two owners, and if we want to change one owner, like if one person is leaving the organization, we want someone else to make owner instead of that person. So that permission is having with this owner. So owner is able to access owners as well, admin plus user, everything owner will able to access. So this is about XM Cloud security. Then we have a XM Cloud deploy app. Okay, so as I mentioned, for the deployments, we are using the deploy app. There are other ways as well. Say like we can use HTTPs or CLI for the deployments, but deploy app we are using, who are not comfortable with those CLI or those things. So it is a easy way to do the deployment if there are only basic configurations will be required. So to use the, Xcloud Deploy app, you must be an organization admin or owner. Okay, so user won't have access to do the deployments on only admin, and owner is having the access to do the deployments on the cloud portal. So organization admin owner can grant a team member access to the Xcloud Deploy app by changing the, okay. So, if we want any user to do the deployment, we have to, make that user as admin. Only then he will be able to do the deployment, else he won't be able to do it. He's having access of user only. And, we can access the deploy app with this link. I will show it in the demo itself. Then, we have some key features like what we can do in this deploy app. We can create a project in this deploy app itself, and when we create a project, we have an option to we can link that project with the repository. So we can select our GitHub repository in that. Then we can manage the rules as well, like if we want to trigger the deployment on a new commit, so we can manage that rule itself in the deploy app when we are creating a project. And else, I think, yeah, so we can set up some rules like when we want to do the deployment. And in deployment there are 4 steps like provisioning, build, deployment, and post action. So when we trigger the deployment, firstly will be the provisioning, like the start of the environment and prerequisites will be happen in the provisioning step. Then we have a build, so our solution will be built in this build step. Then deployment, it will, build will create an artifact, and in deployment it will deploy that artifact. And then post section will be like if you want to trigger the publishing and all those things, so that will be taken care in the post sections. Then after deploy app, so this is like till now we have discussed about XM Cloud architecture, how the deploy app will work, and how we can manage the roles and access of the users. Now, how we can create a website in this XM Cloud portal. So there are 2 ways to create a website. One is when you log in into the XM Cloud dashboard, you will be able to see the option to create a website. There is a button over there. I will show that. And another step will be duplicate a website. We can duplicate as well. We'll see like why we need to duplicate. I will tell you that as well. But for create a website, there are 2 things. Like there are 3 existing templates. Either we can create an empty site, and another would be we can use a basic site template to create a site. Okay, when we create an empty site, it will include home page and 3 empty placeholders, and there's nothing major in that. Okay, only a presentation folder for styling. So empty site will be completely empty. When we create this site, only we will be able to see a home page along with 3 placeholders and nothing else. But when we use a basic site, so it will create home page along with, there will be about page as well, and there will be some components which will be coming by default on the page, and header footer. So this will be some basic template which will give us some structure of few pages. So we can extend that basic site as well. But then we can decide like if we want to go with the empty site, it will be more cleaner approach to build a site and to, develop the components and add that on the empty site. Then we can duplicate a website as well. Duplicate a site means, it will duplicate everything, right? If I have a website which is having around 50 pages and a lot of other things as well, like media assets, and so if I clone that site, it will clone everything, including images, content, links, everything will be duplicated. So duplicate site, operates exactly same as the original site except the domain. So we need to, point that duplicate site to the different domain. Only the domain will be different. Other things will be same. And when we use this, so this will be convenient when we want to create a copy of our website to test some modifications. And if we want to create a backup of any live site, so we can clone that site and we can do some modifications on that and test those things out. Then we have a XM Cloud components and pages. So once we have a site created in the XM Cloud portal, then we can create components and we can create pages. So component for creating components, we have a component builder of XM Cloud components. Okay, this is a powerful tool that help us to create new components and modify already existing components using an intuitive WYSIWYG, which means what you see is what you get. So it is a Canva mode of I can say that like it's a Canva mode, so we can easily drag and drop the elements for our component. Like if I want to create a card component, like a basic component which is having image, title, description, and one link, so I can easily drag and drop these elements on the grid itself, and I can structure the components. I can either give the static content to them, or I can map the dynamic data as well to with the component. So, and we can organize the components in the component library itself. So we can create a collection of component, and under the particular collection, we can create the components. So I will create the component in the demo itself, so it will be better understandable that time. Then what are the benefits of XM Cloud components? So, it allow designer to resize and style components. So, it will be very easy to change the structure of the component. And if we want to design, move anything, if we have a banner and, some text is coming on the banner. And if we want to, move that text, like the title from left to right or from top to bottom or in the middle. So we can move that anywhere. It will be easy, simply we can drag that particular title section and we can place it anywhere on the banner. So that styling will be very easy for the designers and content. Authors can easily add components to site pages via page application. So with page application, we can easily add those components which we are creating in the component builder on the pages. Then there are integration options as well with the components. So it's not needed with the components to pull the data only from the Sitecore or only put the static data. We can, pull the data from other APIs as well. We can map the data with the APIs. So we can create other components as well. So it is flexible enough. So integration options means like we have low code, no code solution for content authors and designers. So for content authors and designers, they don't need to code anything. They can simply create the components easily in the XM Cloud. Then and for developers, we can bring our own code as well. So it is called as like BYOC by referring an external code base. So by creating an Next.js solution or some other code base, we can pull our own code base and we can create those components as well with XM Cloud. Then we have pages. So pages means like XM Cloud pages is also or WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. So on pages as well, we can edit anything on the page. We can easily drag and drop the components anywhere on the page, and we can change anything if we want to change the content of any of the component or anything. Everything will be um, adjustable with the page application, and we can easily change the theme of the component, change the text styling. Everything will be easily adjustable with this page application. And in pages, you can create new pages based on the page template, and you can edit existing pages. You can add components on the page, write, edit. So anything which whatever we want to do, we can easily do that with this page application. Then we have analytics. So what we are having with this analytics in XM Cloud, we have a page analyze or a site analyzer. So there are two things with respect to analytics. Either we can, check the analytics for the complete website, like how our website is performing, like how many visitors are coming and how much views. So there are two things. Either we can check it for the website or for the pages, for a specific page as well, we can check the analytics. And we have to add the site identifier for getting this turned on. And why we need analytics, because once we have analytics, we can do personalization and all those things as well. So in XM Cloud, we have a page analyze. You can view the analytics data for a specific page, and we have an option to compare the analytics as well. If we have a page which is having two variants, and we want to see the analytics on which page we are getting much traffic, so we can check that as well. We can compare those metrics. And what we will be able to see in page metrics, like we will be able to see the visitors, the count of individuals, who have visited our website. So we basically see how many visitors are coming on the website or how many visitors are coming on a particular page. So we will be able to see, and we will be able to see average page views per session. So per session as well, like we will be able to see like how many page has been viewed by the visitor, and how many number of views are coming on our website. We will be able to see that as well. Then we will be able to see top countries, like from which countries we are getting a lot of users on our website. We can also see the source, like the source means the reference from where the user landed on our website. It is also one of the major thing while we are, if you have a blogs or anything on a website. So everybody wants to know like from where the users are coming on their website, so they can, work on that area as well. Like if people are coming from the Google search or through other mediums, so it will help us for increasing the leads on the website. So we will be able to see the source as well from where users are landing on our website. Then we will be also able to see the browser. So we will get the top 5 browsers on which users are accessible our website. And then we have operating system. So we will be able to see like which operating top 5 devices that most of the users are using. And after analytics, we have a personalization. So personalization is the method for displaying targeted and relevant content to your contacts based on their characteristics and behavior, such as location, gender, and previous visit. So, in personalization, we are showing the data to the users based on their interest only, like what they want to see. So basically, we can set up the personalization rules in the XM Cloud itself, and we can show the users based on the rules, we can show the data to the users. Okay, and we have a page level personalization right now in with the XM Cloud. A page variant is based on the content from the original page. Okay, so like how we can create up to 8 versions here. When we are setting up the personalization, we have to create the versions of a page, and there are only up to 8 versions we can create, and based on that page version we can edit the components on the page. So now earlier in XP, if you have used any personalization, we are setting up the rules on the component level on the in the presentation detail, their renderings, and on that we can set up the rules. But now with XM Cloud, we are setting personalization is on the page level, that is not on the component level, and on the page we can edit the components, like if you want to show or hide them. Then we have a what we can do with the personalization, we can change the content item of a component. For particular users, we want to show some different content, and for other category of users, we want to show some other different content. So we can do those adjustment. Then we can switch a component from with another compatible one. So as we know about the compatible rendering concept, so we can change the component itself with some other compatible rendering as well. Another will we can hide the component as well for specific audience if we don't want to show a component at a particular area. So we can set up that rule. If reason is this, then hide this component. So those type of adjustment as well we can do. And if any of the criteria will not met with the personalization rule, then default variant will be displayed to the other users. Which means like, if I set up a rule for the North America region, like show this component to the North America region, and for others, the default version will be displayed. So we always have a default version of a page, and we can create other versions as well. So I will demo this. Then we have some key pointers like only page level personalization is possible with XM Cloud currently, and component level is still on a roadmap item with the Sitecore. So maybe we'll be able to see soon like the component level personalization with XM Cloud. And if if you need component level personalization with XM Cloud, then we can do that, but we need to use some composable product like Sitecore Personalize or other tools, right, which are available in the market to do the component level personalization. Okay, so this is the basic overview about the concepts which I mentioned in today's agenda. Let's move to the demo. Okay, so like this is the view for the XM Cloud portal. Okay, so on XM Cloud portal, we are able to see the website over here, and let me show you. So in tools, okay, so tools will be, it is a kind of a launchpad in which we have a like page application in which we can build our pages, component builder in which we can build the components. Then we have other tools as well, like forms for the Sitecore forms, analytics, experience editors, and rest of the other like utilities are still here as well. So, but the main things will be like the new one will be page designer or component builder. And if we talk about the site in under sites, so how we can create a site, as I mentioned, either we can duplicate one. If I want to duplicate any site, we can simply click on these three dots and click on duplicate. So it will duplicate the site. And how we can create a new site? To create a new site, simply we can click on this create site. So here we have an option to select either the basic site or the empty site. This play site is coming. I think as of now, I'm using some demo instance. That's why I think it is coming. But for the actual organizational access, you won't be able to see this play site. It is not only for the demo purpose. So we have these options to select before creating our site. If I have to create an empty site, I can select this, and I have to give a name of my site. Let's say, let me create any test site. And here we can select the language. So right now I'm choosing English only. Then we have a site identifier, which will be needed for the analytics and personalization thing. So as of now, I'm keeping it blank. Either I can create site identifier here, or um, after site creation as well, I have a feasibility to create it at later stage as well when I need it. So basically on click of create site, so site will be created. It will, I think, take few minutes. So, but let's start with this site. So this is XMC web, which I created for the demo purpose. And on this site, there is nothing, only basic thing I configured, like header and footer only. So you will be able to see like only header and footer is coming on this. And how, so on all the pages, you will be able to see this header and footer the same. So I use the like same concept of page design and partial design. So how we can, so let me give you a brief about this portal itself. So here we have a site tree under which we have all the pages, and in components, we will be able to see the components. What are the components we have at the static components, or we can have multiple components, content, page structure, like as in SXA, we can structure the page. So those components are still we have. Then in templates, we have option to create page design and partial design. So I show you partial designs. So as of now, two partial designs I created. One is footer and one is header. And on page design, there is a basic page design which I created, and I have added both like header and footer on this page design. And if I show you this data template, so data template is where we can map our template with the page design. Okay, if like I have mapped my page template with the basic page design. So all the pages which are created using this page template will use this basic page design. So page partial design concept is still here. We can create another template as well, and we can create new partial designs. If we want to create, it will be very simple. We need to create partial design. We can create a folder and add the partial designs in that folder. So then let's explore about more about the component creation. Okay, so this is and if I have to create another page, we can simply click on this create a sub page. We can select the template and yeah, select this and give it a name as let's say ZZZ. So it will be created and automatically, coming in the last. So we can create the pages here, and to create a new component. So how we can create a component? So as I mentioned in the tools, we have this component builder. If I click on this, so this is my component library. Okay, and here let me add new collection. And let me give it a name as SUG. Save. Okay, so new collection has been created, and we can create the components in this collection. So let me give it a name as uh, let's say card or something, custom card. Okay, so we can like place our component in any collection. So we have created this SUG Hyderabad collection. So let me place this component here only. So after clicking on save, there's option we can click to start editing. So now click on this. So here we can build our component. Okay. So if I click here, you see a grid is coming. If you able to see, like we have a grid sizing 5:12. So there will be 5 rows. And let me see if I change the background. Okay, so in this section, in this grid, we can add the components. So let's try to create a simple card component or something like that, or something like image on left or text on right hand side. So to create a component, we can simply click on add element. Let me select image. Where is it? Yeah. So there is an option, either I can place directly here, or there is a button like append inside. So it will append the image here in this section. Now let me add another thing on the right hand side. Let me add card. Click on append inside. So it is coming here. So now we can make it a little bit like this. So now this is my card area. Okay. Now in this card, I can add other elements like heading. Click on append inside. Let me create a. Then let me click on add element. Click on append inside. So there will be description, we can add something site for user group. Okay. So now if I want a link as well, then we can click again on add element, click on link, click on append inside. So here we can give the text. So here we can give the text like join now, something like that. And we can give a link here as well. Right, it is static link. We can give static or map link as well. We can give any let me add something like this. Okay, we can select if we want to open a new tab. And like this is some basic thing which I have created for image as well. Like right now it is blank because we haven't mapped. This is the component only, but we haven't mapped with any data source, right? So image source is empty. So either we can give the URL or we can simply select the image from our desktop or mapped one as well. So if I see any of the existing media, so so in this way, we can create a component and, like we can change the styling of any element. If I want this element to be styled in different way. So here, card style is basic. Okay. Not for the card, but just in a second. Hmm. So if I want to change the style of this link itself, so like this, like where we have multiple styles which we can select, or we can create the new styles as well in this styles itself. Okay. If I will show it later. So in this way, like I have created this component. So now if I see on the page here components, this component is not visible because we need to stage the component to make it visible in the page application. So let me stage this component. And now here we don't have any SUG Hyderabad collection right now, right? So let me refresh this page. So now we are able to see this SUG Hyderabad collection, which I just created. And we have this component with the name of custom card. And if I want to place this component on this page, we can simply drag and drop this component. So you will be able to see like the component is coming on this page. But the thing is, this, and if we want to preview it, we have this eye icon. We can click on this. So we'll be able to save our page like this. This component is coming. Okay. But now, like this is a static component only, right? If I want to change anything, it will be, not a dynamic one. If I have to make it reusable, right? If I have to use this component on multiple pages, but now the content is static only, right? So to make the content dynamic, we need to use the mapped content. Okay, so let's go back to the component builder in components. So let me create one more component and give it a name as dynamic art, something like that. And select the same collection, save it. Okay. So let me add the same elements again, like one image. Then let me add card. Then inside card, we can add heading, right? And add element. Link. Okay. So now to make this data elements dynamic, what we need to do is, so let me go in the content editor. So let's create one template. Create. Give it a name as like XM card. Okay. So let's take four fields like this for heading, single line text, description, take it as rich text. Then let's take image, which field, then we can take a link. Take a link. Okay. So we have created one template with the four fields, which right now we are having on our component. So now after creating this template, to make it available in this cloud, like this page application, what we need to do is, so my site is XMC Web. Under my site, on setting item, we have a field like FIAS component, like front end as a service component, data source item. Okay. Here we need to select our template, which we just created. So now if I let me refresh this. Okay, so there will be auto save option. Like if we are working and we haven't saved anything, it will be automatically saved. Now let's see what works. So if I click on this and on text, if I want to map it, so yeah. So now we are able to see this XM card template, right, which we just created. If I click on next, so we are able to see like this heading. I want to map it with this heading. This is the Sitecore field we just created, right? So it is giving me a single line text. This description, we can map this text with the mapped one, and we can map with this description field. Click on complete. Then for image as well, either we can use some like if you want to make a component combination of Sitecore or some data is coming from Content Hub or some other sources, we can do that as well. Like if I click on this image, and instead of image source, I can make it mapped one, and in mapped one, there are multiple sources, right? We can select, like if I can use this content hub one and select this file URL, it will show me the display image from content hub, but this data will be coming from the Sitecore. And this link as well, let's link also map with the source like XM card, HDF complete. Okay. So now we have created this component as a dynamic component. So what it will do is, so now what we need to do, let's create a data item as well. So there are two ways. Either I can create it from here or I can create through the portal itself. So let me, for that, because I think we have few minutes left. Let me do it quickly. So let me, so we can give any external link. So now on the page application, if I refresh this page, so let me stage this component. Let's refresh this page. Mhm. So now in components, we are able to see two component, custom card, another one will be dynamic card. So let's drag and drop this one just after this component. So now it is asking for assign content item. So we need to assign the data source item with this component. It is not loading the tree. Just give me a second. The component, just give me a second. Let's try to add on the empty page. I think I need to check. Just give me a second. So I think there might be sometimes we need to restart this app because it's a demo environment. So let me try again. If not, but the steps will be to make the dynamic card. It will be the same only. So it will open that content tree so we can select the data source item. So I will try to cover that in my future sessions. There might be some I need to restart this instance maybe. So, but yeah, the steps to create a dynamic component is this only. And after that, we have personalization and analytics. And for that, we need to create the site identifier. And if I let me cover that quickly. So we can simply create the site identifier for our website like XMC web. So now XMC web has been assigned to the English site version. And now if I go back and try to create the personalization rule. So I'm able to do that. Let me click on personalize. So now it is a default version of this page, okay, which is showing. And if I have to create the another variant, so we can create up to 8 variants of for the personalization, and we can give it a name as like a North America region. If I'm going to create the another version, click on next. Here we can build our audience for the personalization. Yep. So we can add the conditions. So if I want to show the component based on the region, I would say we can simply click on plus icon. If the visitor is in North America region, okay, then only show the component. So we can add these kind of rules. Okay, and we can audience title, give it a name as North America and save it. And now if I go back to my page application. So now you see we have two variants of this page. If I click on select the home page and personalize, we have two variants. One is default, one is North America. And for this particular page, if we want to edit something, we can do that. We can update the elements of this page. So it will be displayed different elements for this reason. And by default, it will show this. And similar in case of analyze. So we have site insights and page insights. So here we are able to see the complete insights of our website. As of now, I just created the like identifier, so it is coming blank. But all the things like first page source from where the user is coming, we will be able to see like browser, operating system, and in page insights we can select the page for which we want to see the analytics, and we will be able to see the visitors views and everything from this page insights. And as I mentioned, like we can compare the variants as well. So it is default variant, and if we want to compare it, so let's add another variant as well, like North America, which I just created for the home page. Now it will show the comparison, like on which particular page we are getting the much traffic, or in this way. So this is about the analytics, like we will be able to see the data here about everything, the views, visitors. And personalization is we can create the variants of the pages, and we can create the components, and we can easily add them on the pages in the editor itself. So I think, yeah, that's all, I think.
Yeah, this is a very good demonstration, because I would say this is by far the best what, why, and how of XM Cloud, because I've gone through many introductions and XM Cloud sessions, but this is very simple and useful to understand and also to develop. Thanks, Vishal. I think I got a different perspective on how to work on it. So, really good session.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. So, yeah, basically, like there are a few important links as well. Like if you want to start with the exam cloud, and like for the exam as well, like if you want to go for the exam cloud developer exam, there is a practice exam which I created, so you can check that as well on my website. And yeah, at the last question and answer. So if there are any questions, guys, let me know.
Yeah, Vishal, I'm putting on the chat. Okay.
So, Amit, like for the certification, there are multiple resources you can go with for the exam. So let me show you as well. So like on my website as well, but like you will be able to see this tips and tricks. And let me put this in the chat. So here you can get the idea about the practice exam. And like the practice exam which I created and the official study documentation and study guide. So you can refer this. Apart from this, you will be able to get a lot of material on the YouTube itself, like some videos for the practice or for the preparation for the exam. Okay.
Yep. Thank you, Shan.
Um, I think I would like to explore the Exam Cloud portal. How can you see? So, yeah, like Gaurav, for accessing this portal, it is right now not public accessible. So either you need like you need access from the organization with which you are working currently. So if your organization is partner with the Sitecore, they must have some access to this portal. So you need to check it with your organization how you can get the access for this portal, but it is not right now open source, or it is not for the everyone to access it. Do we have any other questions?
Last chance to ask questions. Hey guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Vishal, for such a great presentation. Bye.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining.
Yeah, thank
Yep.
you, Vishal.
Thank you,
Okay,
Yeah, thank
guys.
you,
thank you.
everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, great day. Have a great day. Bye.
Yeah, bye.